The other day I found my old bullet journal on my desk. I was clearing out the drawers and stuff to make room for new things. And I don't really accumulate a lot of stuff anyways, but I found that journal and it was a journal from 2017. 2017. In that journal, I found my old vision board for what I kind of wanted the next few years to look like, because that was when I was going to go to university. Cut to today, I graduated a month ago. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you haven't seen my videos. I graduated and now I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. When I think about my graduation, I think I would have probably celebrated it a bit differently. Like, I would have invited some friends out for dinner, maybe thrown a little, not a party, but just something, something to celebrate the moment that, I did it, I graduated, and none of that happened. I ended up submitting my dissertation and my short project from the comfort of my childhood bedroom on a normal random weekday, and then 3 years of uni just finished. I'm looking at my uni notes. I titled this document, The Beginning of Hell. I don't know why I thought I would be dramatic about it, because everyone was saying third year is the hardest, and I kind of already knew that going into it. I was like, this is going to be a hard year. This is going to be the year where I need to focus. All my energy has to go into this year because I need to pass. Even if it's just barely passing, I need to pass. I need to feel some sort of satisfaction that I did it. I finished. I never have to go back to school ever again. 30th of September 2019 is the first day of my last year as a uni student, as a film student. There was kind of this excitement in the air. Everyone was like, oh my god, we're now in third year, it's gonna be great, we're gonna make big things, we're gonna do our short projects, we're gonna do more filming, we're gonna write stuff. The energy was just up here. Little did we know where that energy will be within the next few months, honestly. We'll backtrack a little bit. I'm gonna give you a bit of a story time. We're in this together. We're in this journey together, okay? End of August, I finished working at my old job. I was very much looking forward to my third year, and I wanted my third year to be better than my second year, because my second year wasn't great. There was just a lot of things that didn't go to plan. I was traveling from London into Brighton almost 3-4 times a week, having to get up at 6 a.m. It was just a whole thing. And I knew that after that experience, I wanted to go to third year with a bang. I deserved it. I wanted to live in Brighton. I wanted to make some new friends. I wanted to kind of experience at least the university life. Come to September, I finally moved into Brighton. I was settled in. I was determined to make this year the best year. It was going well. From September till December of 2019, things were pretty good. I was settling in with uni. I was getting the hang of things. I was determined to put all my energy into finishing my projects and making sure I meet the deadlines on time and not stress myself out too much, because it is third year and I do want to do the best. So I was trying. I bought a disposable camera because I was that determined to be I want to remember this moment. I want to remember this year. I wanted to be that person. January of 2020, and the world started to change. And I don't want to talk too much about the pandemic and everything, but it's a part of this whole story that I'm telling you. I'm looking at my notes and I wrote that how the pandemic felt a bit like a lucid dream. From January 2020 till February of 2020, things were kind of okay. The pandemic was kind of in the air and people didn't know what this whole virus was and what COVID was. I think everyone was a bit skeptical and kind of a bit oh, but it's happening in that country, it's not going to come here, oh, our cases are quite low, so we can still continue about our day. But there was people slowly starting to wear masks on public transport, people actively buying hand sanitizers, people panic buying toilet rolls. There was just so much that happened. I look back at it and I'm how did that even happen? Did I actually live through that? Because I don't remember so much of 2020. Every single day for a year was the same. All of that was happening, but I still had to finish school. And funny thinking about the future when the pandemic happened, because there was such an uncertainty in the air of what's next, because nobody could have predicted that we would live in a pandemic. And I kind of felt robbed. I felt robbed from my university experience. And then on top of that, I felt robbed that I was gonna lose some of the key moments of being in my 20s. those very early ages of the 20s were just gone. Like, I'm never gonna get them back. It was quite weird submitting my last piece of work and then having nothing to look forward to. It was very weird. Things were very quiet, and that's when I started to think about the future. I don't have another year of school happening. What's next? But then it got to November and I was turning 25. I felt genuine fear for the future. I was terrified thinking about my future because I had no idea what I wanted to do. I wasn't anywhere near where I thought I would be before turning 25. I need to get my notes for this because I feel like I wrote it better and I don't want to waffle on too much. I'm going to read what I have on my notes. When I turned 25, I sort of had a midlife crisis. I just felt this sense of dread that something wasn't right because I didn't picture my life at 25 to still be living at home, living in a pandemic, not really experiencing that young adult life. I thought I'd be in New York City. I dreamed of going to New York since I was 18 and it hasn't happened yet. I wanted to be where it looked like everything was happening and everyone was living their best life. And that's not to say you can't live your best life if you're not in a specific place. There are people that I see living their best life and there are people that I saw while I was still at uni living their best life. So what was wrong with me? Where did I go wrong? How comes that hasn't happened to me yet? Every time I kept seeing people live their best life, I just felt this sense of dread and a bit of loneliness to a different level. I feel left behind. I graduated over a month ago, and I know there is no rush to feel like an adult, and there is no one that I'm competing with. I still have a lot of life to live. I know things will be fine or work out in the end, but that doesn't mean I can't feel hopelessness, loneliness, tired, or burnt out from trying to achieve or accomplish or even attempt to do the things that I want to do. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, but neither is my future, so I should do whatever I want, even if it's something stupid like buying cake because I can, or even making silly little traditions with friends like movie nights, TV nights, and takeaway FaceTime for an hour and chatting shit, reading fan fiction, watching bad rom-coms. I feel like I should allow myself to enjoy those little pleasures.